Here we go.
This is sports stuff. Betting stuff.
Ciao. Medical degenerate Alex is not as happy when he's full blown medical.
I'm working and I've been working since 7 a.m.
He's just not as jovial.
I'm not. I'm not. You're right.
Alex
I'll
is
take that.
coming
I'm
live
willing to
from
take
the
it.
on-call room,
It is coming live from the on-call room.
awaiting disaster, hoping for none.
Yep, pretty much.
This is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I am your host and the original degenerate, Muff.
Hello, Muff.
Hello, hello, beautiful people. Joining alongside the Ohio Homer, the Ohio Degenerate, and the capo of the Midwest Crack House, Jim.
Hello. They won last night. Well, when do we put this out? We put it out on Thursdays. So they
Yes.
won on Tuesday against the Nashville Predators. Watch the game. It's nice to have ESPN Plus.
Watch some,
I
watch some hockey.
think they play again tonight if you're listening. Thursday.
Right. And last but certainly not least, the medical degenerate, another half of the original degenerate team, Alex.
That's me.
Is
Without
Alex?
his totem.
I know. It didn't make it to work with me today.
It should
So
always be on you at all times.
sorry.
Like, what would it be like if somebody walked in the on-call room and there you are sitting in scrubs and your totem?
I think probably like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there, little buddy? See, I'm just not thriving. I'm
I
just
feel like
kidding. I actually had a good betting week.
Yeah, you both did good.
I feel like a hospital on-call room has seen more interesting, unique, and uh, risque things.
You
Yeah.
got a whole Grey's Anatomy kind of thing in your head right now.
Alex, is there some legitimacy to this?
No, not really.
No. Okay. Well, whatever. Maybe not
I
in
mean,
Wheeling. Maybe not in Wheeling.
not in Wheeling. I'm sure maybe other places.
All right. Let's introduce our totems, our tokens, our items of good luck. We'll start with Jim.
The flag of Ohio hat has served me well so far since I've purchased it.
Is there anything else that's part of the? I forget if it was like just the hat or if there's something with the hat.
Right now, it's just the hat.
Just the hat. My item of good luck is my WVU conductor's cap that I got from Topper Thrift for one doll hair. And Alex, go ahead and explain to the people what your token is, since you aren't able to wear it today.
Usually I have a sweet tie-dyed Owie golf hat that was my grandfather's, but as I am at work right now, I do not.
Alex does not. How this will work is we'll go over last week's best bets and our specialty picks. We'll get into the college football slate and the NFL slate, and then give you our this week's best bets along with our special picks. Hopefully, we can continue on a winning track here. And as always, our exclusive betting app is FanDuel.
FanDuel?
FanDuel. Yep, FanDuel.
FanDuel. Jim,
FanDuel.
Jim, are you on the FanDuel train?
I believe I was looking at it tonight. I am out of bonus money with Caesars, so the fair is over. I am back with FanDuel.
Jim is back with FanDuel's exclusive betting app. He had a bit of an affair,
A bit, yep. Mm-hmm.
found out the grass isn't always greener on the other side,
Yep,
and he returns to his original harlot of the night,
correct.
FanDuel.
Correct.
All right, so let's get into last week's recap, starting with last week's winner, Alex.
I had a pretty good week last week. I was 5-1. I My only loss was Penn State. Unfortunately, they won, but not by 4.5 points at USC. And my wins were Texas minus 14.5 at Oklahoma, Syracuse minus 4.5 at NC State, The Tampa Bay Buccaneers -3.5 at the Saints, the Falcons -6.5 at the Panthers, and the Lions -3 at the Cowboys. Went 3-0 in the NFL.
That is Alex 5-1 for the week, 21-22 overall for a 488 winning percentage. I was in second place for the week. We all had winning records, so let's put that out there. Everyone had a good week. I was 5-2 for the week. I did not win Penn State USC under 50.5 or the Jets plus the points 2.5 in Monday Night Football, but I won the rest of them. Syracuse to cover 4.5, traveling to NC State. Boise State to cover 20.5. Traveling to Hawaii, the Bucks cover 3.5 at the Saints, and the Colts plus the points traveling to Nashville. And last, my fifth win of the week, Steelers to cover 3, traveling to Las Vegas, even though it looked like good old Pittsburgh. 5-2 for the week, 21-20 overall, 512 winning percentage. Jim.
I went 4-3. Uh, Not a good weekend for Saturday football. I lost the Bama covering against South Carolina. I lost, all right, I lost the Penn State covering. I lost the Ole Miss covering. I won with Texas covering 14.5 against Oklahoma. And then I won big all my NFL games. I don't think I've ever had that happen, so I'm pretty happy with that. Texas -7 against the Pats, Steelers -3 against the Raiders, and the Lions -3 against the Cowboys. So 28-25 with a 528 percentage. Super pumped.
There it is, which brings us into our specialty picks, starting with the Mike All-Stott Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
I'm a pow pow.
It's a
Sorry.
winner, as we had the Lions covering 3, traveling to Jerry World on Jerry's birthday. Put the whoop into him.
A whopping.
The hit stick improves to 4-3.
Proud of it. Very proud of it.
Next in the Midwest Mobster Risky Pick of the Week,
Get out of here.
we had a light choice, a light success, and the light is victorious as we took the Colts money line at the Titans. And it's a winner to bring the risky pick to 3-4 for the year.
Proud of you, Light.
The light did its job. And in the Sell the Nutting Team, Bob parlay,
Oh,
it's very meek.
well, you made fun of us last time.
Well, you guys are premature. I have no problem
Well,
with enthusiasm. It's premature enthusiasm. So the Sell the Nutting Team, Bob parlay.
oh.
They sound like tennis players that aren't sure how much they should scream after they hit the ball. There
Don't you
you go.
judge me.
All right. We had 3 of the 4 legs hit. We obviously had the All-Stott pick in there with the Lions to cover. Alex took Texas to cover 14.5. I took the Steelers to cover 3. Jim's contribution was Penn State to cover 4.5, which Penn State won, but they did not cover. That was what stood between us and ultimate victory in the nutting parlay.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
We were close.
We were very close. Hopefully we can continue to be close in that. This brings us into this week's game, starting in the NFL. Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime, Broncos traveling to Nolans to take on the Saints. Broncos favored by 2.5, over under 36.5.
Everything about this says, for me, I lean the Broncos because the Saints suck. I think they're missing a bunch of players this week.
Rattler starting, I believe, this week.
I'm not sure like what else they have, but the Broncos can't seem to get it together either. So I don't know. I'm leaning it.
You're leading a Thursday game.
I know. There we go. There it is. No longer leaning. Thanks, Muff.
Okay. Just want to make sure we
You're
toss
taking
that
it?
out there.
You're not leaning, you're taking it?
He's
I'm
not
staying away.
staying away. Yeah, staying away as well. Broncos 2.5, over under 36.5. No, thank you. Alex?
Yeah, same. I'm with Jim though. If I was going to, I'd probably take the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm just not going to do it. Sunday morning football. The Jags' second game in London town as they take on the Patriots. Jaguars favored by 5.5, over under 42.5.
Um, Garbage bowl. Probably won't wake up early to
I
watch it.
don't agree with that take. I understand why you have that take. I just disagree. I think the Patriots had life against the Texans, against the Jags team that has zero life.
Yeah, without Travis Etienne still.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I would lean Patriots plus the points,
you're right.
but I'm going to stay away. Remember, this is New England traveling. The Jags have been there for a week. Um,
Right.
so I
Which how
mean,
the fuck did they get away with that?
well, that's like a Jags home game, all said and done. They're like the team in London.
Well, I guess.
That's it's because of whichever con. Which con
One of
is
the
that?
cons.
Is it Shad?
It's Pop, yeah, Shad, Papa Con.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna stay away. Sunday morning football, probably watch it. Not gonna bet on it. Next, we have the Eagles at the Giants. Eagles favored by 3, over under 43.5.
I don't know why they're only favored by 3.
That's exactly what I'm going to be taking the Eagles to cover 3 in this one. Why do I have that in my get out of here?
Oh, my fault, buddy. Give me that back. There you go.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles to cover. Um, I think everything that's going on around Nick Sirianni is only going to provide some motivation for the team. AJ Brown is back. Devontae Smith is obviously there. Saquon Barkley had a down game last week. I think he bounces back. The Giants are just a punching bag for this team this week, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah,
Alex,
he'll be back.
let's go. Next to the Bengals at the Browns. Bengals favored by 5.5, over under 41.5.
Again, there's no reason why the Bengals shouldn't win this one.
Yes, I am locking in the Bengals.
Yeah,
Minus 5.5.
me too, me too. Oh hell, Muff. I keep thinking I'm you.
In your dreams. All right, so Jim and I are both on the Bengals cover there. Next, we have the Seahawks at the Falcons. Falcons favored by 3, over under 51.5. This would be a game I would want to hear Alex's opinion as a Geno Smith fan and as a closet Kirk Cousins fan. Could Alex resolve those differences?
He's out doing saving life things.
Right, but I would want to know Alex's opinion if there
So you want
was.
to put a pin in it? You want to come back to it?
I'm just saying this is something I would want to ask Alex about. So if Alex is
And
able
I'm
to come
saying,
back,
do you want to put a pin in it in case he comes back?
yeah, we can.
I
Do you have any
pin.
thoughts on this game?
I'm staying away. I don't
Okay.
trust either one of these teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away as well. Next we have the lines at the Vikings. Vikings here by 1.5, over under 50.5.
So judging by Alex's notes, since he's gone, he's still on them. And as you know, the rule I have, I too will ride him as long as Alex rides.
Them being the Lions.
Yes. So I will be with the Lions here.
Yeah. That's fine. The Lions coming off the loss of Aiden Hutchinson, the Vikings coming off a bye. Right? These are
Undefeated Vikings.
right. Coming off a bye.
God bless.
I think there's things working against the Lions here, but this is also, I think, the first test for the Vikings.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out pretty quickly what type of team they are.
Yep.
For that reason, I'm going to stay away. Interested to see the outcome, not interested to bet on the game. Titans at Bills. Bills favored by 8.5, over under 41.5 points. It's just too big
Bill
of a line for me.
Bills picked up somebody, right?
Bills just got Amari Cooper. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's just 8.5 is too much. So I'm going to stay away because of that line. Jim, Jim, you're muted.
Sorry. I'll stay away.
All right. Next, Dolphins at the Colts. Colts favored by 3 over under 43 and a half. I believe it has come out that Anthony Richardson will start if healthy, but I also don't
Yeah,
know what the standard is for healthy. Right? This might be we're going to wait till he's 100%.
not worth putting my best bet down right now.
No, I mean I'd still venture the Colts to
Me too.
cover. I mean I would be more confident if I knew that Joe Flacco was playing.
Oh, I agree.
So yeah, we'll stay away from that as well. Texans at the Packers. Packers favored by 2.5 over under 47 and a half. This has got to be one of the games of the week.
I've I'm struggling here. I have rode the Texans the entire way. It is my fandom. They tend, I mean, I've not lost when I bet them. I think I have to.
Stay true.
I think I have to.
All right, that's fine. I don't fault you for that. This is a game I'm really interested in watching if possible. I think this is going to be an exciting game. I think it's going to be a back and forth game. You've got two young quarterbacks in different situations, right? The Packers don't have the flashy talent on the offensive side of the ball where the Texans do. So this is kind of like I actually would have expected this to be a pick 'em or maybe the Texans favored slightly.
Me too.
So this might be a matchup issue we're not aware of.
Uh-oh, he's back.
I'm back.
Take the pin out of it. Give it to him off.
Alex,
Yes,
Seahawks at Falcons. Falcons favored by 3. You are a Geno Smith fan and a closet Kirk Cousins fan.
I know.
Where do you lean?
I lean Geno Smith. I gotta stick true to my roots. Uh, I'll be rooting for the Seahawks. As far as who to bet on, I have no idea. But I'll be rooting for the Seahawks.
All
I
right.
have no good advice there.
We know you're sticking with the Lions plus the points.
I am sticking with the Lions plus the points.
The hesitations I brought up are Lions without Aiden Hutchinson
Yes,
and the Vikings coming off a bye.
yes.
Okay.
But I'm riding. I'm on him now.
Jim is right along with the ride for the ride with you.
Yep.
Yep.
Dolphins
Back.
Colts. We said if we knew Joe Flacco was playing, we would probably go for the Colts.
Absolutely agree.
Texans Packers.
Mm, I lean Texans. I lean Texans.
Next, Raiders at the Rams. Rams favored by 6.5 over under 43 and a half. The Raiders officially now without Devontae Adams.
I'm staying away from this game.
Things are starting to slowly implode in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and I think they may be throwing in the towel at this point. The Rams are coming off a bye. I don't think Puka Nacua has been activated off IR yet, though. So for that reason, I'm going to stay away. Panthers at Commanders.
Bum,
Um,
bum, 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 bum.
Commanders favored by 8.5 over under 51.5. I'm going to lock it in, boys. Give me those
I
Commanders.
I also have the Commanders.
I have so many bets. So many bets.
Stay true to you, Jim. Stay true to you. Shotgun blast. And going once, going twice. Sold. Chiefs
I'm
at
taking it. I said I'm
49ers.
taking it. You moved that auctioneer thing way too fast.
Well, that was for your benefit. Chiefs at 49ers. 49ers favored by 1.5 over under 47.5.
I'm staying away from
Staying
this.
away.
The Chiefs is not a bad play here.
Yeah, I mean, who are we to pick against them at this point?
Exactly.
So I'm going to stay away though as well. Very interested though. Sunday night football. The new look Jets with Devontae Adams traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Jets are favored in this game by 1.5 over under 38.5.
You Yinzers might get your way. Russ was taking first team snaps today.
I don't believe that either of us said necessarily.
I didn't say necessarily both of you. I said you Yinzers.
Okay.
So we're allowed to say you Columbusians, and you can't be offended.
You guys bust my ass about Ohio State shit all the time. Like it's a given.
But if we say you Columbusians, it doesn't necessarily put you into that.
That's fair.
All right, Alex, we just found the workaround. You Columbusians. I
Columbusians.
don't even know if that's how we would say it or not.
I feel like we should
Is
probably
that
just say
something is that
Ohio.
something people say?
Ohioans.
No, I'm gonna go with Columbusians.
Columbusians.
I like that better than Ohioans because you've got people on both all of the edges of Ohio that may have different allegiances.
It's fair.
So, but yeah, I feel like without Devonte Adams, that line is like 2.5 the other way. I feel like there's maybe a bit of an overreaction to this, but I'm going to take the over. I think that the Jets' defense has been less than expected. And I do think with Devonte Adams, the Jets are a totally different team offensively with Garrett Wilson and Devonte Adams. I think that opens up some room for Breece Hall because you're not going to have defenses keying on Garrett Wilson the same way, which means you're going to have more people in coverage, which is going to, I think, open up that run game for the Jets. So I just see more points than expected in this game. Give me the over.
Okay.
You make a good point.
Alex,
I'm Go
you're staying
Steelers.
away. Yeah, you're
Go
staying away.
Steelers.
All right. And in Monday Night Football, we got the double dip. Ravens at the Bucks. Ravens favored by 3.5 over under 49.5.
I didn't have
Okay.
so many bets already. I would probably lean towards the Bucks here, and I just don't know why, but I feel it.
I don't really want anything to do with this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay
Yeah,
away. I would lean towards the Ravens, but not confident enough to do anything with that. And the second Monday night game has the Chargers traveling to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Chargers favored by 2.5 over under 43.5.
I like the Chargers here. I don't like them enough to bet on them, but
I
I
mean, with Kyler Murray not having to travel, that means he has ample time to play Call of Duty, right?
yeah,
we
you can
don't
get
know
it
the
all day.
status of Marv.
Concussed.
I just
I think it's all we know right now, isn't it?
yeah, I don't think I think the Chargers win this one.
Yeah, I'm not going to go against you on that, but again, I agree. Not confident enough to write it down.
Yep.
All right, that gets us out the NFL. Getting into college football, starting with Thursday night, we have Georgia State at Marshall. The Thundering Herd favored by 8.5 over under 51.5.
Ah, staying away.
I honestly don't know enough about Marshall. Alex, Marshall this good? I mean, I guess Jim
Uh,
saw a game with Marshall, so he has
I've
plenty. Maybe.
watched a lot of Marshall. I've also watched a lot of Georgia State this year. I depends on what team shows up on both sides. That's why it's like not no. I'm staying
I,
away.
I feel like I just get burnt every time I bet on Marshall, so I
And I
tend to
feel like I
just
get
run
burned every
away.
time I bet on Georgia State. Like, this is the meeting of two teams we both don't necessarily want to throw money on.
I feel like that's a sign that we should probably just
I mean,
not.
Yep.
Georgia State is a team of controversy in the show.
Yeah.
No, that's not. It's the other
Alex,
one. It's not.
it's not
No.
Georgia Southern.
Yes.
Never mind. Next in Thursday Night Football, Boston College at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech favored by 7.5 over under 48.5.
Boston College here, Jim.
Uh no.
Okay,
They just lost to Virginia.
but this is
Uh
Virginia Tech. It's different.
Virginia Tech's not like we all think a bad team, but just look through their schedule
Hmm.
before the start of the show. Their losses are not necessarily bad losses. Um, so I'm staying away. Like
I'll
in
tell you what.
hindsight, go ahead.
No, no, you go.
They
All right.
lost to the Rutgers.
Hmm.
They lost to Vanderbilt.
Okay.
They lost to Miami.
Rutgers is the only potentially bad loss there, based on
But
how
like
that's how Rutgers continues this season.
right, but like right now, we can't really say that it's bad.
Right. No, I agree.
And everybody else they beat the dog shit out of.
Yeah. This is also a night game, Virginia Tech, which means we're going to get Enter Sandman.
Yep.
So that crowd's going to be hype. So yeah, I'm not going to bet it, but let's just say I want to watch the beginning and the pregame.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun game to watch.
Yeah. In Friday night football, here comes Friday night. Oregon at Purdue. Oregon favored by 27.5 over under 61.5. I don't
Uh, That's I don't know. It's a high line down spot.
Oh my God, what just happened?
I moved.
I moved. What'd you say again? High line. That's all I got.
It seems a little high, and it could be a I don't want to say a letdown spot, but I'm not all about throwing money on a team coming off a win like that.
I will
With
probably bet I'll sprinkle money on Purdue.
For sure.
That's spite pick Jim, so stay
It's
vigilant.
not, it's not. I know that's why I was like, I almost didn't even say it on the show because I knew you guys were gonna jump my shit. If you
Well,
look historically at Purdue, they catch teams at this point in the season.
They do. They do actually, because I saw something else like as a joke, like people were like this is Purdue. This is
Right.
the time.
So I
So
would like
I don't think you'll
sprinkle
be alone in this.
just so I can watch, like, I will dual watch the BYU and Oregon game and put like money on the games and have a night of
Look,
it.
if you're gonna sprinkle on this, then you should sprinkle the Purdue money line.
Yeah.
that seems very silly.
I mean, if I'm
I mean, if you're just sprinkling,
just throwing money around here,
just
Muff.
sprinkling.
Don't tell your
Under
wife. Don't tell your wife that. You're just throwing
Don't do
money
that.
around.
I got
It's
Caesar's money. It's all Caesar's money, bud.
fake.
Did you go to the palace where Caesar lived?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna stay away. Oklahoma State at BYU. BYU favored by 9.5, over under 52.5. Alex, I have to be very clear and honest with you. So when I did the winners and losers of the week, I
Yeah.
could not in good in faith, maybe the wrong way to say this, but faith, um, put BYU.
So would you put just BYU
I
quarterback?
just put BYU.
That's fair.
I didn't want to draw hate.
Real listeners will know.
They have to be listening to understand. You're the one that not said that first, but you're the one that said it on the podcast.
Yes.
People don't know all of the ins and outs of who we are, our families and our lives. So I'm not going to put us in that. That being said, give me BYU favored by 9.5 over Oklahoma State, who has looked like dog do all season.
Yeah, me too.
Not
Alex,
about play, guys.
okay, you're not going to do it.
Nah.
Okay. Moving on to Saturday college football action. Nebraska at Indiana. Indiana favored by 6.5, over under 50.5. Just go ahead and Google him, guys. Go ahead and Google Kurt Signetti. He's a winner, but I'm not going to take Indiana.
I feel like
Those
that was very much like weak. You want us to Google something, but you don't want us to bet something.
Did you have you not seen or heard the clips?
No.
This is topical, Jim. Kurt Signetti has been quoted as saying, with Matt Rule, "You haven't heard of me? I win. Google me."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a topical situation.
Got it.
Yeah. So that being said, I think there's just a lot of potential animosity sitting here in this game. So I think it's going to be a dogfight. I do think Indiana wins, and this is really one of Indiana's only real games left. I think they play Ohio State, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I think other than Ohio State, this may be one of the only ones they got to worry about.
yeah.
Okay.
Next, Virginia at Clemson. Clemson favored by 21.5, over under 50.5.
I mean,
I'm on it, boys.
Clemson,
Oh yeah.
Is
they've
he
been
shotgun blasting?
he's getting close.
Not close to Jim.
They've been rolling, so
I have 6 picks. Not shotgun blasting just yet, boys. Other thoughts? Virginia Clemson.
I don't want him to win.
Fair. That's a pretty solid stance you have most weeks, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alex, clean up on aisle 5.
visiting hours are now over.
Visiting hours are now over.
Thank you and have a good evening.
You have a good evening, voice lady.
You.
I muted it and I unmuted it so you could hear what was happening.
There
I didn't want to
you
take that
go.
away.
All right. Next, Miami, Florida at Louisville. Miami favored by 4.5, over to 61.5.
Ooh. Um,
I lean Miami.
I don't hate Miami here.
I don't either. There's just something I don't like about it, so I'm gonna stay away. I will not.
Probably gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on it.
You're gonna be on it. All right, Alex is on it. Staying away, Jim. You on it?
Nah, no, no.
No, no.
I have too many bets.
All right, Auburn at Missouri. Missouri favored by 4.5, over to 51.5. Well, boys, what do we think about Missouri now?
I still think they're probably kind of crappy. Let's be honest.
That takes a big. That's big of you, Alex.
I know. I want them to be good, like they were before, but this isn't their year.
Yeah,
They beat
I'm staying
UMass.
away.
Who are we staying away from?
Missouri.
Oh, I'm hammering this one.
Oh, Jim's buying in. He's all in.
Drinking Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I'm hammering it.
You're hammering Missouri.
Yep.
They just got dog stomped.
All right, I'm
But you're
thinking
in.
about it.
But you're in.
I'm
You're
thinking about it.
in. But you're in. All right. Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. Notre Dame favored by 11.5, over to 49.5.
Oh, they did get dog stomped.
I told you.
Oh, I did not know the outcome of that last game. Oh
That's what
my.
I figured.
Oh my.
That's why their ranking fell very quickly.
Oh my. All right. Bye bye.
Notre Dame at Georgia Tech.
Thanks
Jim,
for being friends there.
Georgia Tech Magic?
No, bye. I'm no. Get out of here.
All
I'm
right,
staying away.
me too. Michigan at Illinois. Michigan favored by 3.5. 43.5 is the point line. That seems like a high line. I mean, Illinois is not like the worst defensive team, and they only have to guard against the run. Michigan's a pretty good defensive team. I'm gonna take the under, boys. I'm gonna go with the under.
Don't care. Well, I actually thought about taking Illinois here. I don't think I'm gonna, but I did think about it. I don't feel confident in you. It's been recently easy for me to pick college games, and I'm less confident in the NFL world. But this week I'm feeling opposite.
False sense of security about to come in.
Yeah, I don't feel good about any of them. So
What do you think about this game, Jim? Michigan, Illinois.
I have a hard time saying
Got it.
like because I don't know if it's spite or not.
That's fair. Next, Bama at Tennessee, and one of the marquee matchups of the weekend. Bama favored by 2.5, over under 56.5.
I lean towards Bama to cover this.
I also lean in that direction. Interested observer, not interested better.
Word.
Jim,
Agreed.
I lean Tennessee
why?
because I don't think Bama's that good, and I think coaching wise, I think Tennessee's coach is a better coach.
You think Tennessee is good? Tennessee's not coming off good situation either, Jim.
I think they're a better team than Alabama.
I disagree, but that's why they play the game.
Well,
That's why they play the game, and I'm not going on the other way, so not that confident. Next, Colorado at Arizona. Arizona favored by 3.5 over under 58.5.
I think Arizona's having issues with quarterback. Travis Hunter will be playing. So will Jimmy Horn.
Yeah. Will Travis Hunter be limited in snaps?
I don't know. I didn't read that
Question mark.
much.
No, I didn't expect you to have the answer. I think that we may start to see him get slightly limited. I would say on the offensive side of the ball more so than not. We'll see. Alex?
Uh, no comment.
Okay.
I
USC
feel
at Maryland.
unbiased opinion here.
USC at Maryland. USC favored by 7.5 over under 56.5. I think you can call it shotgun blast now, Jim, because give me USC to cover.
Oh, I think they were avenged their loss to your team.
No, I just watched Maryland last week and they were dog shit.
That's fair.
Or may have been 2 weeks ago.
Terrible
And
pins.
they were, and Maryland was at home as well and played like dog doo doo. So I just expect that trend to continue.
I'm taking USC.
Next, Texas A&M at Mississippi State. A&M favored by 14.5 over to 56.5.
Here's another one we should just lights out Texas A&M.
But Mississippi State played Georgia tough. I mean, they're dog shit, but they played Georgia tough. You never know.
Yeah,
If it was 13 and a half, I'd be that extra half over a type two touchdown win. Makes you nervous.
I
Yeah.
got you.
I'm not messing with this game. LSU at Arkansas. LSU favored by 2.5 over into 55.5.
Staying away. Staying away, staying away, staying away.
Yeah. Arkansas could be Arkansas with
Yep.
Big Suey.
Yeah.
Georgia at number one Texas. Texas favored by 4.5 over into 56.5.
We all made the same face or like faces.
I'm taking Texas, I think.
Are you hammering it for a best bet?
Yep. Best bet. Texas minus 4.5.
Jim,
Oh, I'm not taking it for a best bet. I'm
I
going
think
to take it
Texas
for a work
wins.
bet, but I'm not taking it for a best bet.
Texas wins by a touchdown.
your work bets have a lower threshold than our best bets.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he says. I'm gonna stay away. Interested in watching, not interested in betting. UCF at Iowa State. Iowa State favored by 13.5 over under 49.5.
I don't see why I, oh, Iosa. How do we spell that? That was funny. I don't see why Iowa State doesn't cover.
Yeah, what I saw last week was impressive. So I'm not just saying like
And last, we have Kansas State at Dubuque.
Uh-oh.
Kansas State minus 3.5.
Uh-oh.
listen, I wish this would have been able to be addressed on the actual show. Neil Brown, dead to me. Do you know what Neil Brown
What
was?
else has happened?
Oh, oh. Have you heard of his latest antics?
When he talked about it's okay if we don't win because you guys have a good
Oh yeah,
time in the parking lot.
yeah. We have fun tailgating and the weather's nice. So like, who cares?
Isn't there like a full quote that puts that into perspective though?
No,
I think he got clipped.
wait. Why don't you? You guys should still come. Don't you have fun in the parking lot tailgating? The weather's nice. Now, how are you
I think you got
in the
clipped, Alex.
hospital?
I think there was more to that statement.
I don't think there was. I heard it
Alex, it's
by other
okay
guy.
though, because you guys are just happy when you win.
I am just happy when I win.
I think that's all of
That's
us, isn't it, Jim?
Neil
So
Brown, dumbass quote. So I'm searching right now.
Well, you're gonna get the clip quote. You're not gonna get the full video. I'm gonna take Kansas State to cover 3.5, Alex. I'm sorry, but if the crowd can't get hype for the Coal Rush game for more than 5 minutes, then they're not gonna get hype coming off of the Coal Rush game loss.
Sports Illustrated says, swing and a miss. Neil Brown's strange message to WVU fans is not going over well.
Imagine that. You just got clickbaited by Sports Illustrated.
No, I just searched Neil Brown quote. Barstool Sports, winning is everything. WU head coach Neil Brown thinks fans should keep showing up to games because tailgating is fun and the weather is nice.
Again, full clips. Once you do your research, Alex.
Voice of Morgantown. Neil Brown's unbelievable quote from today.
Clickbait. All this is clickbait, Alex. Intended to make you say, "Oh my God, I'm upset." Let me read this. Any other college games for us to chat about?
Hold on. I get that the fans want to win, but what I would say to the fans is, did they have a good time? Did they enjoy it? It was a pretty good atmosphere. I'm assuming they had a pretty good time tailgating. So if they're in the deal for enjoyment, then I would come back. I looked at the weather and it's going to be nice again. It's a night game and we need to provide a home field advantage.
But I mean,
So he continues, I get it that they're frustrated that we didn't win, but we played a tough schedule. I mean, everybody that's beat us hasn't lost a game yet, but that's no excuse. That's just the truth. And the games in our league are going to come down to the fourth quarter. And I don't think this one on Saturday is going to be any different. We need them to help us, but I do get their frustration.
There you go.
I
You found the
just,
rest of the quote.
yes,
it
I get,
doesn't sound as bad as you just painted it.
but this says, I get that they want to win, but I would say, did they have a good time? Did they enjoy it? It was a
That was
good
the
act.
start.
I am assuming they probably had a pretty good time tailgate.
I
Well,
think
we
I
want this man's head on a platter, and he came at us and started his statement by saying, "But
what
y'all
would you have
have
him say?
not that.
What would you have him
Hey,
say?
sorry, we didn't get the job done. Here's what we're gonna do to get back at it. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna come out against Kansas State tough, and we're gonna, play our game and even if he said and try to win." I don't care. But just to comment on the weather and the tailgating being fun, I mean, right now is not the time, Jim. And right now is not the time for this rant because I'm not even the us.
I I just think you might be off base on this one.
I'm not gonna say Alex is off base as a WVU fan. I
If
just wanted to
Ryan
make sure
Day
that
said
Alex.
this,
I just want to make sure that Alex saw the whole quote. That's all.
if Ryan Day said this,
You would say the same thing.
no. If
You
Ryan
would
Day said this,
say
would you
the
say
team
that?
needs you to show up. The
Would you
team needs
say
you to
it's
show up so that you're there in
that's
the fourth
fine? He
quarter.
could say that. We need you to show up and be
That's
loud.
what he said.
He said, "Did you have a good time tailgating?" That's a
Right, which
weird.
means you should come back this week and also tailgate, come into the game,
We
and be
will
there for the
probably
night game to
lose,
support the
but
team.
we'll probably lose. But when we
He
lose,
didn't
we
say
celebrate.
that. He didn't say that.
He
Putting words in his
basically
mouth.
did.
No, you put words in his mouth.
Says the man who tries to fire every coach in the world after one loss.
I'm not misquoting any of my coaches.
No, but if Ryan Day said this quote about Ohio State, you would want his head on a platter.
But you
Sorry,
don't want his head on a
Columbusians.
platter. You
Columbus.
Columbusians would want his head on a platter.
you don't want his head on a platter after one loss. That's your problem. Like you guys are okay with losing,
I'm okay with a loss.
right?
I'm
And
okay.
now you're upset that he says come to the tailgate.
I'm okay with the fact that the three teams we've lost to are all good, undefeated teams.
So it's
That's the
okay for
problem.
you to make excuses, but not okay for him to say come to the tailgate.
I think
Well,
that
all the teams are undefeated.
I think that it's weird to say the weather is nice and you should come tailgate when you know that people are mad at you.
The weather's
You
nice.
should
Come
I
tailgate.
I think he should have read the room.
I think you guys should stop being okay with losing.
Oh,
Well, you
can you read the room in West Virginia? There's some underlying principles that need to be confirmed that you can.
And literacy issues. Don't forget
That's
those.
what I was going for. Present company aside,
move on.
as an educator in the state of West Virginia, I also probably have to retract that statement.
No, I mean it's factual. You don't have to retract shit.
Well,
Agreed.
that's literacy at the K-12 level, not at the level I'm working at. Any other games? College. I will say, and we'll probably talk about this on Sunday as well. The NCAA is moving quicker than they've ever moved on anything on the 12 men on the field rule, Jim.
Yeah, for no real reason.
I mean, there is a real reason, just not one that's going to benefit you in the end
I mean, I don't really like care. Like, why do we have to change the rule? Like, leave it be.
because it's been exposed.
It's stupid.
What, the rule or changing it?
Changing it. Should just leave it alone.
Okay. That brings us into our best bets, where we'll start with Jim.
I am taking the Eagles -3 against the Giants, the Lions +1.5 against the Vikings, Bengals -5.5 against the Browns, Texas -2.5 against the Packers, Commanders -8.5 against the Panthers, USC -7.5 against Maryland, BYU -9.5 against Oklahoma State, and that's it. I'm gonna stop right there.
I have no idea what kind of order you put this in.
I don't really know either.
No understanding of in the college world how the Thursday night game gets placed in front of the after the Saturday game.
It was a thought process, Muff.
All right, I'm next.
You're
And
really screwing my thing up here.
as Jim has alluded to, I'm not screwing anything up. Putting it in a legitimate order of how the games are going to take place, buddy.
Well,
Um,
that's your business.
Indeed it is. Uh, I'm going to go next. As Jim has already said, Shotgun Blast. This is probably one of the most I've ever had in one particular slate. I'm going to take BYU to cover 9.5, hosting Oklahoma State on Thursday or Friday.
So are you doing this to catch up to me? Like, is this your thing?
I don't have to catch up to you, Jim. I'm not that far away from you.
I feel like you're just trying to make a
Well, I
point here.
mean, you just tailed all of Alex and I's bets, so
If you say so.
Alex,
If I tailed them all, why am I ahead?
this week,
Or you tailed me because I'm a winner.
I said them and you said, yeah, I'll take that. Um, Clemson to cover 21.5, hosting Virginia, Michigan, Illinois under 43.5, USC to cover 7.5, traveling to Maryland, K-State to cover 3.5 at WVU, and in the NFL, may take Nick Sirianni to throw his middle finger, not at Philadelphia this week, but in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Eagles to cover 3, traveling to the Giants. Bengals to cover 5.5, traveling to the Browns. Commanders hosting the Panthers to cover 8.5, and the Jets Steelers over 38.5 in Sunday Night Football. Alex.
All right. So I have six again. Six seems to do me well last week, so we're gonna go with it again. I will take the Eagles -3 at the Giants, the Bengals -5.5 at the Browns, the Lions +1.5 at the Vikings, Panthers or Commanders -8.5 versus the Panthers, Miami -4.5 at Louisville, and Texas -4.5 versus Georgia. Georgia.
Georgia. All right. That leads us to the Mike. Oh, stop. Hit stick pick of the week.
Pow, 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 pow.
Alex, how close are you to people in this call room
Um, there's other call rooms in this hallway.
that like people are in?
Yes.
Are they
Like
always
this hallway is like where the like assigned call rooms are. So like whoever is on call for X is in one of them. So like there are other people that are on call that are in these rooms.
do you guys have like on-call parties?
No.
Like
It's an
Diddy like
on-call party.
Usually
like
there's like
like Diddy offs?
Did you?
city offs.
Diddy.
Oh.
Do you have like Diddy offs? Diddy freak offs?
I think there's one female, so no. Uh, we also don't
That
have
sounds
Did you?
exactly like a Diddy freak off was
yeah, I guess you're right.
from all I have gathered.
A ditty off.
No Diddy offs.
All right. What are we thinking about in the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week?
We are all on.
The Bengals.
It seems like a weird one. I could get behind BYU. Um,
What was wrong with the Bengals again? Like,
it's just
Uh,
weird.
Alex thought it was weird. I don't know why.
yeah, I'm still
Eagles
perplexed.
Because it's the Bengals.
We could go with the Bengals. That's fine. We're all on it. We're all on the Bengals. We're all on the Eagles. I could get behind the BYU pick you guys have.
Well, we have
Those
so many that are the same. Why would we do one that's not?
I'm just saying. I just said fine. Bengals or Eagles.
We all on the Bengals and all on the
Well,
Eagles.
the Commanders too.
Yeah.
All right, are we all on those three? All right.
Yeah.
Uh, Alex, take one of those three out, and we'll let the light choose.
I'm gonna take the Eagles out.
So the Bengals was weird, and you don't take it
Well,
out.
now I feel like now I'm nervous about taking it out. Like, what if it's the one that wins?
It was Alex's choice. Jim, you get to choose who's the light,
The Bengals are the light.
which means the Commanders are not the light.
Yep.
Oh, we need to reflip.
Was it on its side?
No, it leaned up against me, so yes, it was on
Oh,
its side.
I was like, was it like?
It is the Commanders, boys.
Well,
All
whatever.
right.
Well,
This may be one of the first times we've ever taken the Commanders in the All-Star pick.
I know.
This
says a
is
lot about the
It's
team.
like a scoregami.
yeah, it is pretty much. Next in the Midwest Mobster risky pick of the week.
Get out of here. Lions.
Is that the only underdog any of us are on?
Yep.
Listen, boys, I'm not gonna fight you on it. I'm down with the Lions money line as long as you guys are comfortable with it.
Down with the sickness.
All right. Next in the sell the nutting team, Bob parlay.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. It just came to my head to do that for that one.
You? He's delirious, Jim. He's delirious.
I
I
know.
am a little bit, to be completely honest.
All
Got me in
right.
some sleep.
We are going this past week's worst to best, since we have verified how we're going to do this now. So worst this week, even though he had a winning record, was Jim. So Jim gets first choice.
Give me
Yes, yes.
give me the Lions plus 1.5.
Oh, so you have to take that out.
Yes, Jim, you can't make up the
Alternate
line.
spread.
No, not in this way. You can't go the other way on this one. I mean, it would be an alternate spread, but that would be silly. Um, all right. Jim's going the ones plus the points. I'm gonna go Bengals. Give me the Bengals to cover.
Weird.
Go ahead, Alex. It's your weird bet.
Give me the Texas Longhorns minus 4.5 versus Georgia.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This may be one of the more interesting parlays we put together, and how not all of us are in agreement with any one person in this one, I think. This will probably be the
Yeah.
one that this will be the one that wins.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Bengals we're all on. We're all on Bengals. We're all on Commanders.
Yeah. This could be it,
I'm on the
boys.
Bengals. It's just weird.
This could be the week.
This could do it.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Sports Stuff Betting Stuff. As a reminder, you can follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter. Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding ding.
Ding ding and ding ding is the
Ding ding.
sound that bell makes, not just for dinner, not just in Pavlov's dog's situation, but the ding ding is also the sound that money makes when it's dropped into your bank account on whatever app you choose with your banking needs. And you go ding, ding, ding all the way to
Payday.